first off, just talk about the decision of this new interim police chief. I forget his name, it's off the top of my head, but just talk about him.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're excited to announce our selection of Chief Anthony Moore as the interim police chief. Mr. Moore has been a 34-year veteran of Jackson Police Department. He's a professor in the Criminal Justice Department at Jackson State, and he teaches courses at Hines Community College as well. His responsibilities within the Jackson Police Department have ranged from being in various precincts to being the head of patrol division. And so he's well versed with our police department. He's an individual which is, I find most impressive, which has the respect of his peers. As we've looked at, a selection, we've talked with several officers, we've talked with people within the community, and his name has risen to the top. And so that means a lot to us for someone to serve for so long and for so many individuals to speak so highly of him. And also being that he is a professor in criminal justice, he's also aware of the trends of policing around the country. And so he's excited about the job. He was very, he gave great consideration to taking the job. He didn't just jump at it. He wanted to make certain that he was the right fit and that the job was the right fit for him. And so we're excited about his leadership.
Has he talked about trying to get the position permanently? And I guess what is that process going to be like in figuring out a permanent police chief?
So we've had the conversation with him about the permanent post. I will make it clear that he's high on my list of candidates for the permanent position. We're going to give it the opportunity to see how things are progressing, not only for our police department, most importantly our citizens, but how the job is progressing for him individually as we make certain we check all of our boxes in the selection process. We intend to be very swift in terms of making the decision, but we're going to be deliberate as well. And we think that the resume that Chief Moore presents is very attractive towards that position, but we're not making a permanent announcement today.
I was going to say, how swift? I was going to say, well, how swift is that decision, or how swift is that decision coming down?
I'm not going to put a date on it. I think that people will find that we will do it in an appropriate timeline, but we're not going to sacrifice the best decision for the quickest decision. We're going to make certain that we do it appropriately and that person has all of the attributes of what we think is necessary going forward. As I said previously, I think that Chief Moore presents quite an impressive track record and resume, and so he will be considered. I do want to conclude with this, that we're very appreciative of the service of Chief Vance. Chief Vance, served in an amazing capacity. I think not only was he an asset to our police department, he was an asset to our community. And I've shared previously that he was an individual that I had respect for previous to becoming mayor. And so I'm thankful for that. I think that you'll find that Chief Moore is also sincere about working for the citizens of Jackson. He's a lifelong resident of Jackson. He is a man of few words, but he's a man of action.
And what was the conversation like with Chief Vance? Was it ultimately his decision to retire? Just what was the conversation like when he decided to retire?
He made the decision to retire. I talked to him about the respect that I had for him. I talked to him about the direction that I felt that the city needed to go in terms of policing, and we had a very respectful discussion. We wish him the best in whatever his latest endeavor will become. But I think that he needs to be honored for the work and service that he provided the citizens of Jackson. No? Thank you.
Thank you.